feedback error.
We're out of intro ideas. Yay!
Feedback error.
That's weird. We're picking up something. It's a ghost.
What are we picking up?
Oh, it's your aircon.
Oh, I'll turn it off.
No, don't. Because it's going to get hot. I can get rid of it. Did you know that? I'm really good.
Okay. I have no idea how any of this works. As far as I'm concerned, this is magic.
I can sample that noise and get that noise, and I can go, none of that, and it will go.
From my perspective, I put my voice in the magic box, which you take away, and then you give me an actual episode, and I'm amazed every time.
I'm a magician.
That's what that is.
This is how
I'll get the top hat.
Quick. That's like, I don't know if you know this, but every time I edit, I wear a top hat as well.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
At the end, I click the button and go, Alakazam! And Mum's like, shh. Because it's very late at night when I record. I'm wearing my collar today too.
You are?
Yeah.
I did notice,
Do you know why?
Why?
Because he forgot to take it off. And do you know who can take it off and who can't?
You can't take it off yourself.
No, I can't take it off myself.
He has to take it off for you.
He has to take it off. If he forgets, it stays on.
Interesting.
So, I'm really lucky I didn't have to go to work.
Do you think he actually forgot, or he was like, this will be funny?
I think he thinks it's a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Because I sent him a message saying, guess who forgot to take off their collar? So guess who's wearing their collar to Jayde's house? And he's just like, ha ha ha. I think he forgot, but he's also a little bit like, this is a bit silly, so it's fine. Because I'm going to see him after this, so it's like, and you know all the things. I think if I was gonna, like, I had work and I noticed that it was still on, I don't know what I would do.
I mean,
it's not too I'd probably just try and match my outfit to it so people are like, oh, it's quirky.
Chokers are kind of in right now, so
Yeah.
I feel like there's not that much difference between a collar and a choker.
And if I went to work and I was wearing
people
something
see
like
a
this,
collar and they see a choker and they immediately think that girl sucks dicks. Exactly the same.
not wrong. It's not inaccurate. Hurtful. Hurts. It's because, sadly no one's ever told me I'm good at hand jobs.
Don't do this.
And, I've never... Some people get compliments on giving really good hand jobs. Not I. I've never had that compliment.
I don't know who.
Yeah, I know. It's a bizarre compliment to get. Imagine, Jayde. Imagine you got that compliment once.
Uh-huh.
How confusing. Like, what would go through your mind?
I imagine if someone hypothetically got this compliment, they would be, like, proud for a second, and then they would be like, I have a mouth. Or like, am I
just bad at blowjobs?
Am I bad at everything else? And this guy just wants a hand job because it's safest.
In my mind, if I hypothetically got that compliment, which I definitely haven't, I would be questioning whether my hands were really small and that maybe they just like the look of how big that cock is in my tiny hand.
I mean, someone talking hypothetically about this compliment who also has quite small hands.
I don't know him.
You might be onto something.
Might.
But I don't know.
You could say, hey.
It's a weird compliment to get. I don't know anyone who would talk about it publicly. Oh, I hate you.
It's just interesting.
Also,
every time someone tells me I'm good at blowjobs, I'm like, do you just not like hearing me speak? No,
that's probably how they started.
Yeah, actually, usually they say, okay, it's no talking time, and then they grab my head and they push it down. Why didn't I think of this before?
I think guys are privileged in that they get to enjoy some silence when they're getting head. Because guys can still talk when they're going down on a girl.
That's funny. Because it's like, nah.
And sometimes it's not great. Like, there are some situations where I love talking.
The talking, yeah. But
and
some
there are
people
some
aren't
where
good
it's
at it.
time to just shh.
It's really weird that they can talk while they're doing that.
It is. If you're talking, you're not concentrating hard enough.
Yeah. Stop talking.
I heard somewhere like the perfect jogging speed is when you can talk to someone but you can't sing. Like, that's the kind of breath control that you need. I think we could apply that.
So you can...
to giving head, where you can make, like, some noises to indicate you're enjoying yourself.
Yes.
But you shouldn't be able to tell me how much.
Oh.
You definitely should not be singing.
I find it interesting because the idea of the perfect jogging speed is actually the perfect, like, if you're chasing a girl and you're trying to woo her, you should be able to talk to her but not serenade.
I think that's a good rule for life.
That's a good rule.
If you're really confident about serenading someone, stop whatever you're doing.
Stop.
You've gone too far. You've taken this too far. Because that's such a thing in movies, like being serenaded.
Yeah.
I would hate for that to happen in real life.
I've had it happen to me. It's awkward.
I can't stand when people sing me happy birthday. I don't know where to look.
Yeah, because you're like...
Yeah, and that's a crowd of people.
And they're all looking at you.
One person singing like a 3-minute song just to you.
What do you do? Are you what in my mind, I'm like, what is this, as a serenader, it's fun to serenade because I could sing to someone and have a great time and think it's hilarious because I can't sing. But like the person who's being the serenadee,
yeah.
What's the proper way to respond to a serenade? Do you just sit there and smile and nod? Or, like, do you snap your fingers? Or do you start dancing?
Your tambourine.
If you bring out another musical instrument,
this moment.
They start serenading you and you're like, oh, good. And you get out your violin and start playing better than them?
Oh, mate, can you imagine serenading someone and getting one-upped?
Oh, what if, like, you knew your partner was going to propose to you and the exact time, the exact day, exact moment, and you, like, preemptively proposed to them, like, before it happened, like,
just
you beat
to ruin
them,
it?
just to ruin their proposal.
I would absolutely do that.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like it's a very spiteful way to start your life with this person. Oh, you think that's a proposal?
I mean, I'm torn because that would be very funny to do, but I also love being the center of attention. And I want all that attention that a proposal would, like, bring. And I could pretend that I'm, like, so surprised and humble about it.
Pretending you're humble.
Yeah. I can't be humble. I don't have the equipment, but...
Yeah, I haven't got the mind strength for that.
Yeah.
Pretending,
you've got to act humble when you're getting proposed to. You
how would you react? What's your thing? Are you going to go and cover your face and do like a little cry?
I would cover my face and like pretend to cry a little bit, and then I would look around like, oh my God, I'm so surprised this is happening. I thought this guy hated me.
Why do they do that? Like, I didn't know this was gonna
they're
happen.
all like, oh my God, I can't believe he wants to marry me. This is like,
but
you
obviously
can. Of course you can.
They had the discussion, but they must have had that discussion. How are they so surprised?
Oh, being proposed to as a total surprise is my worst nightmare. I'm not in any danger of it happening, which is good, but...
Just once, I want the person who's been proposed to go, I knew it! And then just get up and be like, oh my God, it's happening, guys!
Just, do a victory lap. High five some bitches.
High five all the people in the restaurant.
While he's still down on one knee, just...
Well, he's awkwardly
leave him there
like...
for a minute. He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, he knew. He knew this was going to happen. And so did you. That's what's exciting.
I want to see a girl really passive-aggressively take the ring and be like, about time. Like, she's been waiting for this for years. She's given him 3 ultimatums. Like, the third one finally stuck.
That'd be great.
I love seeing proposals that don't go well.
Oh, they're fun.
That is my favourite thing in the world. I was at a restaurant kind of recently, and there was this guy proposed to his girlfriend on the balcony outside, and it's glass, like, walls at this restaurant so everyone can see, and the wait staff are trying to make it a big deal. They're like, oh my God, look what's happening. He's getting down on one knee, and this girl looked pissed. And it was this beautiful place, like, beautiful proposal, and she looked horrified. And she took the ring and she nodded. Like, not a happy nod, like a, I got your email, I'll get to it in a second kind of nod.
Oh no.
And then she just walked back inside the restaurant and sat down for dinner.
What did he say to her?
He weirdly looked super happy. Like, he was stoked.
And she was upset.
And then he went back in and, like, they had the most awkward dinner I've ever seen in my life. And I did see it because I turned my chair around so I could get a better view of the table for the rest of the time we were there.
How did he fuck up a proposal? Like,
I
how do
know.
you not make her happy like that? Or
Yeah.
maybe she's one of those people who are like, what if she had said to him specifically, I do not want to go to be proposed to at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I do not want to be in front of people. I do not want this. I do not want that. And then he went and did it. You'd be pissed.
You would be pissed.
If you wanted it to be a thing just between the two of you and you wanted it to be, you know, like romantic in the sense that it's like, say some people like being proposed to when they're out on vacation and they've found a secluded area on a beach and that's where the proposal takes place. If you'd specifically said, I don't want that, and then someone took you to a secluded place on a beach and proposed to you, would you not just be like, no, not here? I'm not saying yes until it's in front of 15 people on a Jumbotron.
Could you just shut him down and be like, ooh, not the place, and continue on your day?
How do you feeling
think
it today?
Yeah, because I mean, turning down a proposal also doesn't seem like a great idea.
Well, how often are you going to get a proposal? You should probably just say yes no matter what, and then later they can make it up to you for the rest of their lives for the fucked up proposal. What's a bad proposal for you?
A bad proposal? I have commitment issues, so I'm struggling to think of many good situations. I think the worst proposal would be if you'd been dating someone for a while, like a couple of years, but you knew in your heart that it wasn't really going to be long term, and you're debating with yourself, like, do I get out of this? Do I try and fix it? And that person just has no idea that you're not into it. That would be the worst, because you obviously wouldn't want to hurt them still, but you don't want to be proposed to.
The day you decide that it's not happening, that this isn't the person, that's the day that they propose.
Yeah. Or like a proposal at someone else's event. That's such a big thing these days.
I don't like that.
I think that's awful.
Rude.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's the worst. At a funeral. Yeah, that's probably the worst.
Probably not at a funeral.
Yeah, don't do it at a funeral or wake.
Depends whose funeral. If it's like an enemy of mine, I think I'd be kind of into that.
Will you marry me? This is the best day ever. In front of their
You're
grieving
already
family.
dressed nice. Like, I look real cute when I'm crying.
You look good in black too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so guaranteed that's going to be a good photo op for your proposal.
New dream proposals.
At the funeral of my enemy. That is such a Jade answer.
What would be your best and worst?
Best proposal would be somewhere ultra weird and quirky. Like, we're at a
what about in the middle of a roller coaster ride?
Oh my god, like, they're proposing in the photo and I can't see. And then when we get to the thing and we look at the photos, he's got the ring out and I'm like going,
That actually feels like a very Jemma proposal situation.
And then when we're looking at the
Even
photo,
better if you're looking at it and you don't get it. You're like, oh, that's a funny joke, and you just walk away.
Oh no, they do that thing. They do that thing where they get everyone on the roller coaster are our friends, and they all hold up "Will you marry me?" in the in the photo behind. I'm in the front, and then I get off and look at the photo, and then he's on one knee. That's nice. That's cute. Yeah, that's adorable. I wouldn't be averse to something like that.
Okay,
you know. Also, it doesn't need to be a spectacle or anything. It could just be something strange. Like,
doesn't need to be a spectacle. Just a theme park with 7 of our friends and some signs that we bought from home.
Yeah, just some. They can pick them themselves.
Easy.
It doesn't have to be extravagant. I don't mind. You know, they don't need to like have the whole day. To me, I'm not saying that they have to hang around with the posters the whole day, holding them up, just until I get to my car.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Worst proposal would be. This sounds exactly the same.
Worst proposal, that exact situation with an ugly dude.
A really ugly guy. And I mean, ugly. No, like, the worst proposal would be making a spectacle, like, for spectacle's sake, not for something quirky,
Not because it's something you would enjoy and it's...
Yeah, like something he would like that like if I went to a sporting event and I hate the sports.
Yeah.
And it was on one of those big screens. I'm like, this isn't for me. This is for you. That's why I wouldn't like that.
That's true. Yeah. But if you proposed to him and it was at the sports...
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's a nice idea.
Well, if you're the proposer, you have to think of how they would like to be proposed to. And if you're the proposee, it's about... what you need to feel like it was for you. Yeah. So if I was proposing to someone and he was into sports, I would do that sort of thing maybe.
What are your thoughts on proposing to dudes?
I reckon if I really, really liked a guy, I'd propose to him.
Here's what I would do.
Oh, Jade, you gotta...
So,
Only if he kills my enemy will I propose to him.
oh man, if he killed my enemy and caused that funeral, that would be the most romantic thing that's ever happened.
Oh,
I know. I am a romantic at heart. I think it's nice to propose to a dude.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she wants to marry me too. I would never do it, but what I would do is as soon as I thought maybe he would propose soon, I would buy a ring and I would carry it in my pocket all the time. So if he did propose, I could be like, oh my God, this is so weird. You won't believe this, but I had this ring with me and I was going to propose to you today.
Oh, so you still give him
So then he gets all the feels, but I still get my proposal.
Oh, okay. It's almost like a, do you want me to pay for dinner? But he was always going to pay.
Yeah, I was like, I bought my wallet though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like going Dutch on a proposal.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I had that initially.
Yeah.
I was going to, but you did.
Yeah. And
Like,
in the
you still let him
meantime,
do
I'm
it.
just like Gollum, like, carrying a ring everywhere with me.
You're telling people, you're like, I don't know when he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And I can't show him until he's going to do it.
Yeah.
This is my plan. And
I
they're
don't
like,
want to.
Jade, you're deranged.
I don't want to make the first move.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just waiting for him to kill my,
He has to kill my enemy first, obviously.
For my heart.
But
for
I'll
my
bring
hand.
the ring to the funeral.
You've got a very, like, medieval way of acquiring your hand. You must
It's
kill
either that
my
or
enemy.
give my father 20 camels.
Wow, you're a lot. You're worth a lot.
I know,
Camels.
yeah.
Camels.
I know, not
Wow.
even goats.
Camels are worth, like, 5 goats. I feel
It used to be goats, but then I got a haircut and like it's changed my
you
whole
stack
aesthetic.
5 goats on each other. That's a camel.
That is a camel. That's how that works.
That's
Every
how
time
we
you've seen a
judge
camel,
animals.
that's actually just like 3 goats in front of a green screen. Special
goats.
effects.
taped together with a trench coat. Just over top.
Exactly.
That's a camel.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Simpsons episodes where they're like, we use cows instead of... we use horses instead of cows, and they just paint them to look like cows. And they're like, why?
Then
Not
they
use a real
tape
cow.
a bunch of cats together to get like a horse or something.
This is the whole concept of them using,
There's
like...
so much about movies that you would never know.
I never...
Unless people told you, yeah.
You know why they call them spaghetti westerns, eh?
No.
Because they were shot in Italy. Because it was, at the time...
Really?
It was cheaper to shoot in Italy than in the States.
Wow, that's interesting.
So, spaghetti westerns...
Feels a little racist.
I'm not gonna lie, it might be.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Speaking of racist and movies, I watched Rush Hour 3. I watched Rush Hour, sorry. The other day. That's the one with Jackie Chan.
I've never seen it.
And that other guy. Okay, I don't know what
Is
his
that the
name is.
racist part? You don't know what the other guy is?
Well, that's probably also... Well, he's not good.
They all look the same to Jemma.
Yeah. He's not a good comic. I haven't seen him in anything since. I don't know his name. I don't really care for him that much either. And the character is really annoying. Jackie Chan was great, but he says the N-word in it.
Does he?
Yeah. It just, you know, back in the day when there were a lot of, they had a lot of, China jokes. They had a lot of black jokes, obviously because of the characters, but also they weren't even progressive jokes. They were just like, haha, isn't it funny?
There are so many movies now I go back and watch and I'm like, oh, that's kind of an issue.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or even TV shows, like a lot of them have very sexist stuff that they were saying not even that long ago, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and they frame it like, yeah, that's okay. Like Big Bang Theory is notorious for that. Like they say things every now and then. I'm like, wow, that's archaic.
How I Met Your Mother has some horrible storylines in it.
There's some really bad stuff in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And Friends, of course. Friends
But then,
has
like,
got
at the
some
time,
bad-
I was just like, and moved on with my day.
There's so much fat shaming in Friends
So
to Monica.
much. Yeah. The one that shits me the worst now is when they got a male nanny. And, like, Ross just couldn't let it go that a dude was a nanny. He just could not handle it. And I'm like, how...
Like, how weird is
That's
that now to
amazing.
think back on? To be like, oh.
Yeah.
I have a real issue with the Ross character. The Ross character's the worst character.
Yeah, Ross is awful.
Yeah, and he's There's a few times... he bought a lady shirt. And it looked good on him, but he saw a lady wearing it and he's like, I can't wear it anymore. And I'm like, wow, Ross, it's just a shirt, and he made such a big deal out of it. And it's
Yeah. He was there are a lot of things wrong with Ross.
There's a lot of things wrong with Ross.
Yeah.
He likes dinosaurs. Where did we go? What are we doing? We should... Wow.
We ended up Ross from Friends is bad.
One of my favourite things is trying to trace back our tangents, and I like the other day, at the end of that episode that we just did, it's like the Muppet used to scare us.
I loved that.
You were like, where did that come from?
You started it like there was a really traumatic story you were about to tell too, and then you were just like, wait, no, too far.
I was going to go into it too.
Like one day we'll uncover this dark secret you have about the Muppets.
One molested me when I was a kid.
They sang a song and now you get that song stuck in your head. Should we move on to something else?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how far off track we can get with this.
Okay, cool.
I might be kind of getting a pet soon.
In here?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I used to have a dog.
Okay.
And it was great and I loved her and everything. But I don't have a lot of time anymore. The dog died. I didn't get rid of the dog because I had no time.
Well,
I just
you didn't
realised
have
that
time
was
to
what
look after the dog, so it died? Did you stop
I killed a dog. No.
Feedback error! Killing animals and children!
The dog died and then I got busier. It was one after the other.
Okay, it wasn't directly
This dog was
attributed.
very well cared for. But
Sure.
I miss having an animal around. But I'm so busy now that I don't have a lot of time to look after it. But what's happened is my sister just moved back into town and she has a cat.
Okay.
And my sister has to go away for various things for work because she's in the army.
Yeah.
And I will be looking after the cat when she's not here.
Oh,
the cat will be living with me for like weeks at a time.
Oh, this is a test cat for you, is it?
Yeah, so now I'm thinking like if that goes well, maybe I do have time for an animal.
Oh,
so I'm home a lot during the day. But
yeah.
What
sort of animal would you
Well, I don't know.
have?
I was thinking about I really like French bulldogs because they're really cute. But I already had a dog. Like I've done it.
Well, Frenchies are expensive.
I had a dog already.
Yeah,
and I have like no money. So I want like an interesting animal that's kind of smart.
Do you want 4 goats on top of each other? Or
Isn't that just a camel?
Yeah. A camel in here.
I kind of want a pig. I saw this video of like a little pig running around someone's house and I was like, I want that.
Oh, you're not talking about those like teacup pigs.
I really like teacup pigs.
Oh, we don't have them.
What do you mean we don't have them?
We just don't. That's an American thing. People
I want one.
I know, but like, okay, so people in Australia, they do this thing where they're
What
like,
if?
teacup pig.
Okay.
And then they go to buy one in Australia, and we actually don't have that breed here. They buy a pig, and it ends up being a sow. They buy a baby pig, and they think it's going to stay small, and it ends up being this massive pig in their
And
house.
by then you love it, and you have to have it in the house. Like, you can't just get rid of it.
That's actually the common story. They still fall in love with a pig, and then they keep a massive pig in their house. Yeah, that's what happens.
So I don't think I have room for a massive pig. I don't think it could climb the stairs. I can't get a teacup pig. What if I get a regular pig, but I just stand really far away from it? So it looks little.
So an optical illusion pig.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want an optical illusion pig.
Just get a pig, surround it in mirrors. And the mirrors get smaller the more the pig gets reflected.
Yeah.
That's a miniature pig now.
I'll get a normal sized pig. I'll put it in a really baggy jumper.
So it looks
and I'll get
small as a
really
pig.
Oversized animal stuff to put around it. Like I'll get a giant dog bowl that's like the size of a small swimming pool.
Better yet, get just a pig.
Okay.
And make everything in your house bigger. Slightly bigger version of it. It'll look tiny.
And so will I.
You will also look small. Yes. Miniature pig,
I'm
miniature
getting
Jayde.
a pig and fixing my body image issues.
All at once. It's like the opposite of a doll's house. That's great. It's like I'll walk in here and it will just look like a giant house, but your pig will look tiny and you will look tiny. And me too. I like this idea. Can we do this?
I actually really like this idea.
Oh my god.
I think you've answered my question.
Yeah, that's... Sorry, yes.
That's what kind of animal I should have. Yeah.
Yes. A miniature pig.
An optical illusion pig.
Optical illusion pig.
That's the breed. That's what they're called.
Opties for sure. Like the boats. That doesn't make any sense to you. That's from my brain, because I work at a yacht club. There's these things called optimists.
Did you just say that's from my brain?
It's trademarked. Don't use it. It's from my brain.
You can't say that like it's a real reference.
Have you ever heard me say that on stage? I'll tell a joke, people will laugh, and I go, that was from my brain. I made that up. You're welcome. Like
Thank God you said so. They would have had no idea otherwise.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, what? We thought you were reciting a documentary you saw. That's from my brain. I've been deceived.
So Opti is from your brain because of a yacht club?
It's in reference to
I'm
a
having
type
trouble
of boat.
following
Don't worry
this.
about it. Because I said Opti like the boat, and then I realised that doesn't make sense to you.
I'm going to need you to write me a chart or something.
We'll get a diagram.
Okay.
We'll put a pig in one corner. We'll put a bunch of mirrors in another corner.
Okay.
And then we'll have an equal sign, and we'll put a boat.
Okay.
And we'll put Opti.
And Opti's got like 3 question marks and it's just circled 4 times in
and then
red
there's
marker.
balls of yarn. Like there's yarn going from all these different things in the room. Pictures of boats, pictures of pigs, pictures of 4 goats or a camel, as some would say. They're all linked together. And then it will just at the top will be like, the next episode of Female.
Okay, now I get it. We should do these for our episodes. We should have like a little, like a recap that we put on Instagram of like a little...
Of the talking points. And all we do is go into Google and we get Google images and we just line them up next to each other. The next episode of Feedback Era, and it's all in a line, and people have to be like, how do these link together? Listen to the episode. That's actually really good.
That would actually be a really helpful exercise for me to just understand where we went wrong.
Yeah. No, because then we can look at the images and remember what the episode's about.
Writing's for suckers. We don't want to write like descriptions or listen to these. We just want to post visual aids so we remember.
Why are we dancing around the concept that we just want to post up visual shit all the time?
When are we just going to start a YouTube channel?
I don't know, Jane.
I think that's what we were aiming for this entire time, and we've fucked it up.
I'm sorry.
We did a podcast by accident. And Ground Control hates it.
Oh,
No,
Ground
they don't. They
Control
love it.
loves it.
Yeah, we're funny.
We're funny. To Ground Control, at least.
Ground Control. And almost nobody else.
No one else, no. I don't make this podcast. Like, we're not making this podcast to somehow make people in our regular life, people that, like normal things. We're not making it for them. We're making it for a very specific set of people. Ground Control.
Yeah.
They're the only ones who are ever going to understand and love it. And also maybe give us feedback on what to do. They're our people.
Yeah,
They're
I
our
agree.
people on the ground. We got men on the ground.
And they are in control.
They're in control. All right, well, that was a nice episode. This has been Feedback Era.
We're also out of outro ideas.